Welcome to the Gulf Coast, where we're getting ready for the second stop on the live Xtrem tour. Last time we hit the city streets. This time, we're also going to go wild. We've got some giant spectators for this part of the course, and they're getting some giant-sized action. We're seeing the best from our drivers now, the moment when they're upping their game. It's going to be a gladiator match out there. And now for the big moment. It's time for us to switch up the competition. Can a driver rocketing into first like that still be called a challenger? And it's up and over the ramp and into that beautiful blue water. At Live, we're proud of giving you races no one else can. Drivers must master it all or be left behind. They've got just one shot at being the best. Time's running out for our drivers to make a move on the water. Now let's get our hands dirty. We're now in the last section of the race. Here's where drivers can choose to follow the road or cut through the swamp and play in the mud. The choice is theirs. Thanks for watching the second race of the Live Xtrem series. Don't forget to follow us on social media. From New Orleans, thank you, and we'll see you next time. It's time for some of those California dreams to come true, as proven racers and ambitious newcomers battle it out in the third stop of the Live Xtrem series. It's non-stop action like you've never seen it before. Do you like speed? We've got it. Do you want to see jet sprint boats zipping their way through twisty passages? We've got that too. Do you like supercars on the streets of Los Angeles? Have we got something for you? There's a decisive move. They're going for it. Time for some pure speed there. And those cruise ship passengers are getting quite the view. Let's see what they have ready for us next. Are you kidding me? From a boat to a roof, and from a roof to the ground. Now there's a leap of faith for you. And now over the river and onto a port full of containers. Those guys have no fear. They're gunning it as they head toward the home stretch of this section. For the final leg, let's go all out. It's not every day you get to see these kind of cars going full throttle along the LA River. Viewers, remember, you can vote on social media to tell us who, according to you, is the driver of drivers in this year's Live Xtreme series. It's the last stretch of this race, a very technical section where drivers must keep their focus. From sunny California, this was the third race in the Live Xtreme series. We're mid-season, and plenty of racers are making a case for why they should be crowned head of the series. So keep following us and your favorite drivers. We'll see you at race number 4. Things are about to get rocky for our racers as they take on the American Southwest for series stop number 4. Will the rookie, who's come out of nowhere, continue their dominance? Or will the established stars regain their shine? Get ready to find out. For this race, the Grand Canyon is under snow. That may surprise our non-American viewers, but you should know that this isn't an unusual sight. The Grand Canyon has a microclimate of its own, one that will test our drivers' reflexes and skills. It's a tight race so far. Anyone could jump into the lead. That's impressive driving, ladies and gentlemen. As we switch from asphalt to dirt, it'll be interesting to see if it changes things up, or are our drivers so skilled they won't even notice the difference. How about we make some legends? Get a load of that scenery. This racecourse is magnificent. I have no idea how the competitors keep their focus in such a spectacular setting. This is some exceptional racing, folks. Live, the best camera system on the market, is proud to bring you Event 4 of this season's Xtreme Series. Live. Track, record, share. Let's put our racers to the test along the Colorado River. We're about to enter a difficult portion of the race. There's a lot of tight curves, rocks narrow the passage, and it's a long way down with no guardrails. And that's even before we take into consideration the loss of grip created by the snow. It calls for careful technical driving. This bridge indicates we're coming up on the finish line. Racers, if you want to make a move, it's now or never. From the Grand Canyon, thanks to all of you for watching the live Xtreme series test the skills of the world's best racers. Keep on following us on social media, and watch out. Race number 5 is going to be a doozy. We're in upstate New York for race number 5 in the live Xtreme series, and boy, have we got a twist for you. We're going to show you some familiar territory in a whole new way. Live Tough Cameras for the Toughest Conditions is proud to present one of the most exhilarating races on the circuit. And it may be exhilarating, but it's also as tough as our cameras. To make it to the finish line on this one, you have to be among the best. The good news is, that is exactly what we have for you today. The best. They're heading across the covered bridge. The most modern cars in the world thundering their way across an antique. Now that's what I call a spectacle. Is that the Big Apple we see in the distance? Well now, at this speed, our drivers will be taking a bite out of it in no time at all. Time to take things to the next level. Now that's something you don't get to see every day. Open wheel racing in the heart of New York City. Also, no traffic at all. What a ride, ladies and gentlemen. What a ride. Round and round and round they go. Let's make a splash with our grand finale. Be careful not to get dizzy now, because this next section in Central Park has a lot of curves, and they're all tight ones. What a place to host the finest in jet sprint racing. What a place, folks. Just look at the view, because our pilot sure can. Time for our racers to really pour it on. Once again, coming to you from New York, the city that never sleeps, and who could sleep after the excitement we just witnessed? Thank you for tuning in to the Live Xtreme Series Episode 5, and we'll see you one more time for the season finale. Welcome to the Live Xtreme Series September Spectacular, our end of summer special. We're just off the shores of scenic Lake Tahoe. In summer, it's known for boating. In winter, it's known for skiing. Right now, it's about to be known for a rousing, riveting racing experience unlike anything you've ever seen. So join us now for the thrilling action of Live Xtreme Series racing. As you can see, it's a beautiful day for our September Spectacular with ideal conditions out there on the track. The big question, will our latest breakout star, once a fresh-faced competitor, now a zero-to-hero Cinderella story, be able to hold the spotlight? Or will a new challenger rise up to steal it away? Our drivers are getting a heck of a view off that slope, but they're in for a heck of a fall if they overshoot one of those turns. Let's hope they save the sightseeing for after the race. Get ready, folks, because as fast as those rallycross cars are, they're nothing compared to what's coming next. While rallycross cars are built to take a beating, hypercars are precision machines designed for on-road use. Let's see if they can take the heat on rough asphalt in the deep woods. Those engines are going to make for a loud wake-up call if anyone's sleeping in this resort area today. Good thing it's not the busy season. Our racers are now inside of scenic Lake Tahoe, and they're about to see it from a lot closer up, as the Live Xtreme Series debuts our new discipline, hovercraft.
At just over 500 meters, Lake Tahoe is the second deepest lake in the United States. But in those hovercraft, our drivers need to focus on what's above the lake, not below it. We're on the final stretch. Traditional watercraft would need to navigate those river bends, but there's nothing traditional about these hovercraft. Now, let's see what they can really do. There you have it, folks. A pulse-pounding finish to the September Spectacular. Join us next time, and be sure to follow us on social media for the latest on all the upcoming thrilling events that makes the live Xtrem series so extreme. Season's greetings and welcome to the Fa La 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 Live Xtrem Series Holiday Special. Deck your halls, trim your trees, and buckle up for a winter wonderland whirlwind of racing. Brought to you by Live. Live, makers of great cameras, which make even better gifts. It's all sunshine up here at the starting line. But as our racers descend below those clouds, they'll be driving right into a winter storm. Will they be facing minor flurries or an all-out blizzard? Either way, it should be a full-blown holiday treat. It's hard to make out the contours in snow-covered terrain like this. All the drivers can see is white on white, which makes dashing through the snow a lot harder than it sounds. Get ready, fans. It's time to unwrap our next vehicle. Hard to say if the wind's getting worse or the cars are going faster. Regardless, I wouldn't want to drive to the grocery store in this weather, let alone race at these breakneck speeds. Looks like a silent night in this little town, all aglow with the spirit of the holidays. Well, at least it was until now. For this final leg, we wanted to use racing sleighs. Just couldn't find enough reindeer. In these freezing conditions, river ice can sometimes be a hazard. Fortunately not this year, or our racers could have found themselves dreaming of a wet Christmas. Look at that! An extra dose of holiday cheer. But until this race is over, let's hope the drivers focus on the present, not the presents. Thanks for joining us for the Live Xtreme Holiday Special. On behalf of all of us here, we hope your holidays are special too. See you in the new year, race fans, for more live extreme action.
Gusta la noche, más que comer. De un bar nos vamos al otro, siempre hay algo que beber. Amigos nos saludan bien en vano, cambiamos. Mi único problema creo que doblar el brazo. Las chicas vienen solas
Welcome to beautiful Biscayne Bay and today's live extreme event, Miami Surf and Turf. From the water to the beaches to the heart of the city, we're serving up a racing combo platter of everything that makes Miami great. Brought to you by Live. We make the cameras, you make the action. For this event, we wanted a sizzling, mouth-watering land and sea odyssey that would leave our viewers hungry for more. And since Miami is practically synonymous with speedboats and sports cars, it was the only oven hot enough to handle this racing recipe. So bon appetit, race fans. It's time to get cooking. No surprises at who's just taken the lead. Will the sun ever set on this competitor? Those cruise ships showcase one of the many luxuries Miami has to offer, while those bridge pillars showcase one of the many hazards our designers built into the course. Let's get out of the water and get ready for a high-speed blow-dry. Whoops. Looks like we may have left a few things on the beach. Hope our drivers don't let those slow them down. had our surf, we've had our turf, so now it's time for dessert. Speed. Forget squirrels or raccoons. Here in Miami, the local wildlife includes alligators, who make their homes in those waterways. Dog owners, if you move to Miami, be sure to keep your pets on a short leash. These are the Venetian Islands, a group of artificial islands constructed in the bay and connected by a bridge originally built in part by racing pioneer Carl G. Fisher. If only he could see what we're doing now. Our racers are on the final stretch to the finish line in downtown Miami. And with those hypercars capable of speeds up to 450 kilometers per hour, that's 280 miles per hour, folks, they'll be there before you know it. What a finish to the Live Extreme Series Miami Surf and Turf. Be sure to follow us on social media. Until our next exciting, unprecedented Live Extreme event, have a cold one, slip on your shades, and enjoy your time in beautiful Miami. I know I will.
Te lo di, solo vivía por ti, pero abrí los ojos y me di cuenta que nada es lo que parece y que tú no me mereces. Cuánta candela, ahora cuánta candela. Tú no tenías tiempo para mí, ahora no tengo tiempo para ti. Yo me cansé de tus amigos que se queden contigo. Dile a esas mujeres que te
Welcome, everyone, to the California coast and to Live Extreme, a very special multi-car event and the final step before your departure for Motorfest. Launching soon in tropical Hawaii, Motorfest is a year-round car festival celebrating the best of all things racing. I'll tell you more as we get underway. For now, it's time to start this race. So, most people know Big Sur for the famous 90-mile stretch of coastal highway, but the area actually extends inland for quite a ways. At over 1,000 acres, Big Sur is often called the Little Yosemite, and as you can see, it's a name well earned. top of this hill, drivers should be getting a nice wide view of the Central Valley and the Sierra Nevada. Little known fact, just 200 years ago, the Central Valley agricultural region was actually an inland lake and the largest body of fresh water west of the Mississippi, although you couldn't surf it. All right, rock and roll. It's time for our first vehicle switch. Say goodbye to those rally cars and let's get onto racing wheels. Back to Motorfest again. What's really special about the festival is it's all set on the island of Oahu. Being here in California, it can be hard to imagine just how different Hawaii is. But you know, it's actually further to Hawaii than it is to New York. That's a long way. All right, we're at the Pacific Coast Highway, and it's time to switch to touring cars. Try to keep your eyes on the road, because this next stretch of highway is so beautiful. It's going to be a sight to behold. That cruise ship off the coast there could be headed to Hawaii, though the festival's transporting most drivers by long-range helicopter, all part of Motorfest's adventure ethos. California is certainly gorgeous, but dude, the island of Oahu is a true paradise. At Motorfest, you can enjoy high-speed street races through the bustling city of Honolulu, test your off-road skills on the ashy slopes of a volcano, or master the perfect curve on any number of custom-built tracks. Coming up now on the iconic beaches of Santa Barbara and the gateway to Southern California. This area is home to quite a few celebrities these days, including members of the British royal family. Okay, time for the final vehicle switch. Step into those hypercars and get ready to say, "I love LA," as we speed into Los Angeles. One thing people love about LA is the weather, and the same goes for Hawaii as well. Always mid-70s, even when it's raining. There's nothing like the tropics for an awesome party atmosphere. Oh, a spectacular view of downtown LA now. Largest city in the U.S. and second most populous after New York. Sunshine, beaches, Hollywood. Hard to go wrong in the city of ages. Final stretch now as we approach the port of Long Beach and the official departure point of cars being shipped out to the festival. And here we are at the departure point for Motorfest, where anyone is welcome to join the party. If you're ready to dive into an exclusive Hawaiian racing experience, just bring your car collection here to the port, and Motorfest will take care of the rest. In fact, anyone wishing to join the festival can ship their collection of vehicles free of charge. Okay, the fest is getting underway. So jump on one of our choppers and come out to Oahu for a journey you'll never forget. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you at Motorfest.
You may think that you've had some tough races. You're wrong. This one's for all the marbles. It's a head-to-head showdown with T.O. on the streets of Florida. Hypercar and then pure street racing. You win and you're top of the list, ruler of the streets. You lose, you're not gonna talk about losing. Got no place for it. You can do this.
3, 2, 1.
You're not going to beat me. Why even try? You don't belong at the top of the list.
You got him right where you want him.
Remember T.O.'s weak spot, his ego. Don't let up. Give him everything you got.
Should be running this without rules. True street style.
You did it! You won!
Top of the list.
Wow, Teal's gotta be so mad. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Now, a lot of us want to take this off the streets and go legit. Safer for everyone, and we can run that much harder, but not everyone wants to step away from our roots. They talk about what it takes to run out there, the high that comes from risking everything. They say the streets are where we came from, where we belong. It can be hard to argue with that. This is who we are. This is what we do. Showing off our rides, trying to make it pay, trying to keep it real. Walking the line between wanting to go legit or keep it on the streets. It's a hard call to make when the world's trying to make you choose. But either way, we're still about the racing. All of us, no matter what. In the end, it's the speed that matters. Congratulations, you're top of the list, the new #1. You beat T.O. at his own game and impressed a hell of a lot of people along the way. That's work to be mighty proud of. By the way, if you go back to the spot, you'll see a little something waiting for you.
If it is what I think it is, it's gonna be hella fun getting it out there on the road and seeing what you can do with it. You're not gonna rest on your laurels, are you?
I've got to tell you, hero, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. The relationship between me and your driver is, shall we say, a little rocky.
Whose fault is that? The way I see it, you've been putting yourself first this whole time. If we are where you say we are, it's on you.
Fault isn't the question here. What to do is. Normally, a driver gives me trouble, I just let him go. But your friend's a little too popular for that. So here's the plan. One race, one-on-one, for the whole shooting match. And if I lose, I'll leave. If I win...
You know what? You're on.
Three, two, one.
I'm gonna be picking you out of my tire treads. I gotta hand it to you. You're hanging tough. Passing you is so easy, I could do it in my sleep. I told you that you couldn't beat me. Think you can pass me and then drop me? See about that. What the hell just happened?
There was a deal, Wade. You lose, you vamoose. Time to hold up your end of the bargain.
No way. Not happening. And what deal? Anyone hear anything about a deal?
I heard you. Kind of a lot of us did.
Shut up, you. You didn't hear nothing.
Don't try and skip out on it, Wade. All these folks heard you agree to it. Now, Are you gonna do the honorable thing?
You know what? You're right. I'm gone. Don't think you've heard the last of me. There's still plenty of road out there.
Well, that just leaves one piece of business. You beat Wade and got enough points. But you got him beating Wade. You really want to be champion here? You have to go through me.
Come on, Tuck, we've got nothing against you.
And I've got nothing against you. But someone's got to be the champion. So, we do one more race, head-to-head, to see who really owns the off-road. Whenever you're ready, of course.
Three, two, one.
We're gonna see who the real champion is. Let's see if this'll throw you. Congratulations. I gotta hand it to you, you're the champion. Plus, you got rid of Wade, a pretty full day if you ask me. But what's next? There's gonna be an awful lot of drivers looking for guidance now. Who's gonna give it to them?
Well, nobody asked me, but I could think of one good candidate right off the bat. Tuck.
Who? Me? I'm not sure I'm right for the job.
Why not? You know these folks and you know the terrain. Who'd be better?
I don't know. I guess. Hell, I'll give it my best shot, at least until someone better comes along. And don't worry, you'll still see me out there.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
See, it's not about money. And like I told you, it sure as hell isn't about getting your name out there. It's about being lucky enough that we get to do this every day. I mean, if you told me I could make a living at this, I'd have said you were crazy. But here we are. Maybe we're not making as much cash as some, but take a look around. Here, there's all kinds of ways to be rich. In the end, it's about what riding this way means. It's about the challenges we take on and what that says about us. You understand? It's about who we are and what we're made of. And it's about testing ourselves against the biggest and baddest things nature can throw at us. Because there's no point to taking the easy way, is there?
You're up against Sophia in this one. She's not gonna just hand the throne to you. You'll have to give it everything you've got if you want to win this. But if you do, it'll be worth it.
Three, two, one.
Emmett's right. I'm not taking it easy on you. So put on your waders and get ready to slug it out in the swamp. Come on, push it to the limit.
Don't hold anything back, you hear me?
Let's see you put it all on the line.
Don't hold back. The engine can take it. Time to show you can play with the big toys.
Isn't this better than driving on roads? What are you, afraid you're gonna sink? Come on!
On water, on the ground, come on! Why did anyone think of doing this in the air too?
Congratulations. You tackled that like a champ. Like a champ? You are a champ.
You know those guys who think every competition has to be a fight to the death? Well, we do things a little different.
We do it right. We compete to push each other to be better than we are. In the end, I don't want to be better than you. I want to be the best. We all do. Always cheer for the winner and always try to be the person people cheer for. We've survived so far without compromising who we are, and we intend to keep it that way.
We don't want to toe the line. We want to show the world something special, something joyful.
And maybe a few explosions.
Explosions? Really? Treat the whole darn country like a playground, why don't you?
You know what? We do, and we will.
Well, look at you, all shiny and stuff. You're the star of the show. And Sophia will be the first to congratulate you. And I was figuring you'd want to celebrate in the best way we know how. By getting right back out there in one heck of a new ride. Check back at the barn, and you'll see what I mean.
First to congratulate you indeed. I hate losing, but when it's to a friend who puts on a show like that, all I can say is bravo. Now grab your new ride and get back out there fast so I can whoop your ass properly.
Here's what it all comes down to. You versus our old friend Clarence head-to-head for the championship. It'll take everything you've learned to win. Run well, and you've got this. Run poorly, and I'll never let you hear the end of it. I know which one I'm betting on you to do. Three, two, one.
The championship is mine. Tricks and gimmicks won't keep me from beating you. You're not a professional. You're an amateur who got lucky.
Just remember what I taught you and take him down.
Are you gonna let him get away with that?
At last, purest form of racing.
Clarence doesn't want to fix what he thinks isn't broken. Racing's worked just fine for him as it is. He thinks we're chasing what's trendy when we should be sticking to the classics. He might have a point, but just sticking to the classics is what gets you tuned out. Tradition has value, but it can't be your whole playlist. Who we are isn't who we're going to be. We are coming from a place of pride. Where we're going is an unknown future. The only thing that's certain is this. We'll blaze our own trail instead of following someone else's. And everyone who says that we can't, well, they can just get out of our way.
The grand finale of the Live Extreme Series, a face-off between all the champions, is available now.
Live set up this super-duper extravaganza race where you take on Tuck, Tio, Sophia, and Clarence, one after another, for the whole enchilada. And massive bragging rights. You'd be like the champ of Motor Nation. Ooh, I like the sound of that. We could put it on business cards and everything.
Welcome, folks, to the grand finale of the Live Extreme Series. We're here in Northern California for the most important race of the year. This is the big one, where the top drivers in Motor Nation take on their biggest rivals to see who really reigns supreme.
You want to rule Motor Nation? You're gonna have to earn it right here. I guess champion of it all is the only thing you'll settle for. All right, let's see if you still got it. Don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you just because I like you. Looks like you've still got it. Well, hot damn, this is one heck of a race.
You got past me once, not again. I'll get my payback now. There's no way I'm letting you take another crown.
Jeez, it's kind of personal with this guy, isn't it?
This time, I'm not holding anything back.
Push it to the limit, darling.
You know I always do. I see you've been practicing. No points, no tricks, just you and me in a flat-out race. And it's about time.
Allow me to correct the mistake that was made before. It will be my pleasure to deny you this championship.
Clarence, you're just a sore loser.
No, I'm a great driver, as I'm about to remind your former protege. Out for a leisurely drive, are we?
There you have it, folks. A new champion who came from nowhere to take it all and be crowned head of Motor Nation. We took a moment to speak to those who know our champion best to get their thoughts.
She's earned it. She's dependable and trustworthy and one heck of a pilot. And she's proved that from the ground up.
I'm down with that. Though I'd vote for more up and less ground.
I deal only with winners. And winners like to deal with me. They know the secret is hard work. And they're willing to put it in to be the best. And don't think you can pull one over on me. Our champion could, but she's one of a kind.
Her? She's a fraud, man. And so is any racing circuit that call her a champion. If she really wants to race, she knows where to find me.
She's done some real good for the family. And she ain't bad at racing neither.
Can she race? Sure. But she's more than that. She's become a friend. Just look at this car if you want proof of how thoughtful and caring she is.
I've been with the champ since the beginning, when we were a couple of nobodies. But I always knew she had what it took. Skill, determination, hard work, the whole package. Now look at them. Not bad for a couple of nobodies, don't you think?
So, how does it feel to be the new champion of the Live Extreme Series and the leader of Motor Nation? Surely you must be proud of everything you've accomplished.
Street racing's got history. It didn't start with us. Some say it began in the 20s with bootleggers. They needed to outrun revenuers, so they tricked out their cars in order to make a clean getaway. Those souped-up roadsters and stock cars, you can draw a line from them to the street machines you see today, and from those drivers to us. People think we're dangerous, that we're criminals because we run in the streets. Well, that ain't true. We're about more than that. We love what we do, and we want to take it to the next level, to go legit. Change isn't easy, but sometimes it's needed. The trick? Getting everyone on board with that. It's about the future, see? Just a question of which one we're headed for. I tell you, there's nothing like what we do. Showing off what all those hours of work turned into, letting the world see that perfect paint, popping the hood to show off what you built part by part with your own hands. But then you slide behind that wheel. You hear that monster growl. You turn it loose on the quarter mile. You gotta live it to feel it. You gotta understand, the competition stays on the strip. Once the race is over, we're all on the same side, and we're all looking out for one another. One of us has a problem, people help out. Winners, losers, we're all in this together, and we know it. Just because we got each other's backs don't mean we don't try to outdo one another. We take pride in our rides, the way they look and the way they run. You see, it's not about breaking the law. I mean, sure, there's a thrill to running outside the lines, but what we're about is something else. Something bigger. Now, a lot of us want to take this off the streets and go legit. Safer for everyone, and we can run that much harder, but not everyone wants to step away from our roots. They talk about what it takes to run out there, the high that comes from risking everything. They say the streets are where we came from, where we belong. It can be hard to argue with that. This is who we are. This is what we do. Showing off our rides, trying to make it pay, trying to keep it real. Walking the line between wanting to go legit or keep it on the streets. It's a hard call to make when the world's trying to make you choose. But either way, we're still about the racing. All of us, no matter what. In the end, it's the speed that matters.
Everyone's got a moment where they realize why they're racing. Well, for me, it was the day my bike went one way and I went the other, and I broke 2 ribs. I picked my bike up, climbed back on, and kept running. Won that race, too. Wouldn't let myself lose no matter what. The details, just the things you tell stories about later. Winning matters, but you know what else does? Owning the track. Deep woods, heart of the city, it doesn't matter. If there's a path, we'll find it. If there's no road, we'll make our own. I'll tell you straight up, if you want to follow someone else's path, this isn't the place for you. Nobody ought to be in this to get famous. There's no TV cameras where we do our best work. Mother Nature sees what we're doing, and that's enough. I don't need to be a rock star to feel good about what I'm doing. You want stars? Come with me on a night drive in the desert, and I'll show you the biggest night sky you've ever seen. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I remember a couple years back, up in the Cascades, I hit a patch of scree and got totally turned around. We found this perfect little lake. It felt like no one had ever been there before. We race there now. It's the best thing in the world, cutting a trail like that. That's its own kind of magic. When you leave the road behind, you never know what you'll find. The thing is, you really want to understand this country, you've got to get down and dirty with it. Get on a first-name basis with Mother Nature. Ride cross-country like I did when I turned 17. You'll see, there's so much more to this place than just the cities. More than tourist traps built on parking lots. And you've got to come out here and see it all for yourself. North to south and sea to shining sea. See, it's not about money. And like I told you, it sure as hell isn't about getting your name out there. It's about being lucky enough that we get to do this every day. I mean, if you told me I could make a living at this, I'd have said you were crazy. But here we are. Maybe we're not making as much cash as some, but take a look around. Here, there's all kinds of ways to be rich. In the end, it's about what riding this way means. It's about the challenges we take on and what that says about us. You understand? It's about who we are and what we're made of. And it's about testing ourselves against the biggest and baddest things nature can throw at us. Because there's no point to taking the easy way, is there?
The best way to explain what we do is this. Our pilots are crazy good, but sometimes they act like a bunch of snot-nosed brats. The kind of people who throw a party in a seminary.
While Grumpy here is giving you his version, let me give you mine. We can do things you've never seen before because we're having fun. Give us a plane, we'll show you something fantastic.
We're all about DIY. What you want to do doesn't exist. Invent it, then tune it, test it. And when no one is looking, bam, turn it loose.
Yeah, we need to keep the crowds and the pilots entertained. We always need to find the twist, the thing to make it last. To say to everyone, stay tuned, wait till you see what's next. Thing is, when you play the sort of games we do, all day, every day, people might think you're just a little immature.
Darling, if you don't mind my saying so, they ain't entirely wrong.
Yeah, okay. But even if I don't take myself seriously, I do things seriously. I can outfly you and outdrive you any day of the week. And then stealth prank you on the weekend.
Stealth prank? Really? That's not even a word. See what I have to put up with? But they're missing the point. We've got the big toys. Why not make a big noise? Let me give it to you straight. We cook up something new, we try it, we fail, we try again till we get it right. Want a car to be more than a car? Jack it up and see what you get. Same with a plane or a boat.
Isn't that how Jet Sprint got started in the US? Two guys had a few too many and decided they wanted to race boats in a parking lot. So they grabbed a shovel.
If you can find your way around a toolbox, you'll be fine. Also, hope you like taking chances. Our people, they need thrills like normal folks need oxygen. That's how wild they get out there. We're talking pure, uncut adrenaline junkies.
Of course, that's who we are. Why do something that's been done before? So safe, so boring, so... No, thank you. I'd rather push it to the limit. It's so much cooler when you pull it off.
You know those guys who think every competition has to be a fight to the death? Well, we do things a little different.
We do it right. We compete to push each other to be better than we are. In the end, I don't want to be better than you. I want to be the best. We all do. Always cheer for the winner and always try to be the person people cheer for. We've survived so far without compromising who we are, and we intend to keep it that way.
We don't want to toe the line. We want to show the world something special, something joyful.
And maybe a few explosions.
Explosions? Really? Treat the whole darn country like a playground, why don't you?
You know what? We do, and we will.
No risk, no reward. I guess that's one way of looking at it. You've got to evolve to stay relevant. If that means trying new venues, from downtown to 10 miles east of the middle of nowhere, then maybe that's what we got to do. But I know it's a gamble. It won't do us any good to win new fans if we lose the old ones. Finding a balance. That's the tricky part. History is a constant process of transformation, but as we move forward, we can't ever forget where we came from. There's so much history for us to be proud of. So many great races, great drivers. That heritage makes us who we are today, and it'll inform who we'll be tomorrow, no matter what shifts. I understand taking instruction can be hard, especially when you've got a perfect ride and the open road ahead of you. But there's a method to this. Out here, you need more than talent. You need work. Perfection requires practice, and anything less than perfection won't be good enough. There are no shortcuts here, and nobody gets to the top on their own. Not me, not even you. The new blood needs the old wisdom, and the veterans need to pass on what they know. Now, if you ever call me old, I'll have you run practice laps forever. Now, nobody's gonna hold the door open for you just because you're a pro. They're more likely to shut it in your face. There are drivers out there who will do anything to win. But if the voice in your ear says cutting corners is okay, tune it out and listen to me instead. Act like a professional. Have higher standards. Respect yourself, respect the sport, and you'll get my respect too. For me, there's no such thing as just a race. You always want to be giving the fans more, a new style of racing, a new star on the rise. That would be you. A reason for them to keep watching instead of drifting away. Changing it up keeps things fresh. Just doing the same old leads one way, straight downhill. Me? I'd rather see how high we can climb. Clarence doesn't want to fix what he thinks isn't broken. Racing's worked just fine for him as it is. He thinks we're chasing what's trendy when we should be sticking to the classics. He might have a point, but just sticking to the classics is what gets you tuned out. Tradition has value, but it can't be your whole playlist. Who we are isn't who we're going to be. We are coming from a place of pride. Where we're going is an unknown future. The only thing that's certain is this: we'll blaze our own trail instead of following someone else's. And everyone who says that we can't, well, they can just get out of our way.
All that glitters is gold.